How's it going, everybody? What's up? What's up, Nelson? How we doing? Thank you for that. Yeah, wife and son. They're a couple days apart as far as their birthdays, so we kind of do the summer celebration extravaganza. It's a month later is my anniversary, our wedding anniversary. Father's Day's in there. It's a crazy month and a half, but yeah, good. What up, Coach? What's up, Beck? How we doing? Darth Magus, how we doing? Just wanted to come on tonight and have like a little chill, casual stream. Discuss some things. I've already got some theories, some speculations, more of how they could work some things out. I've got, let me turn it down a little bit. Just a little bit. What up, Lion? Soldier? Appreciate all the well wishes, Segundus. Doing great, brother. Doing great. There's a lot of info came out over the past few days, or over the past, not few days, 24 hours. What do you all want to talk about, though? Let me ask about that. I did want to say, I want to go ahead and address this first. The whole Sephiroth voice change, Travis Willingham playing him, I love it. I love it. And this might be an unpopular opinion, but it's fine. Whatever you prefer is what you prefer, of course. But when I played Final Fantasy VII back in the day, before he had a voice or anything like that, I always pictured him with a slightly deeper voice than this effeminate kind of, not even effeminate, but Sephiroth has a lighter voice, a softer cadence than I thought he might have. Not that I thought he'd be gruff and rough and tumble or anything like that, but after Advent Children, I was like, oh, that's okay. That's the way they're going to go with him. That's fine. That was just Sephiroth's voice. But I always thought he should be like a slightly lower range, like right around in here. You know, like I always thought that would be super cool. And going back and listening to that line at the end a few times and knowing that Travis Willingham's playing him, I think it's dope. I think it's dope. And they can have this one free of charge. Like, you could explain it. Like, you could explain it really quickly. Let me change the music real quick. Change music real quick. There we go. You could explain that by saying, okay, so this version of Sephiroth in Cloud's head, how Cloud remembers Sephiroth sounding and all that kind of thing, is actually different than how he physically sounds. Or you could play it up and say, hang on, I'm doing 5 things at once. Let me clear my head real quick. Let me pull this back up. There. You could actually say, once his physical body is awoken, and he's getting his physical strength back about him and everything like that, he sounds more gruff, he sounds more labored, he sounds a deeper tone. You could play the different sounding voice into him being in his physical body now. You could play it up that way. I'm really I like it, and I'm not just saying I like it because, oh, this is what we're given, this is what we have to go with. I always thought, and some of you who have been around OG, when we've discussed Sephiroth ad nauseum sometimes, because I don't think Sephiroth is an overly complicated character. He's a cool, brick shit house that looks cool, that has charisma and whatnot. But I don't look at Sephiroth as overly complicated. He's cool. He's great. He's charismatic. But what I used to discuss when we would do deep dives on Sephiroth is, I was like, back in the day, and I've always felt like, I'm like, he should have like a more robust, commanding tone. More right around it here, and not so much up here. You know, like a little more from the back. So when you all were telling me, like, don't be disappointed, but that's actually Sephiroth's voice in the trailer, kind of quietly to myself, I went back and listened to that line several times. So I was like, oh yeah, oh yeah, I'm on board. I'm on board. But yeah, you could explain it away easily by saying this is him in his physically on this plane body, you know, labored and, you know, having physically recovered from a mortal wound and being stuck in the life stream in stasis for years and being freshly awoken. You could explain it that way, you know, and that's an acceptable explanation in my opinion. I think yeah, Nelson, that's a great way to put it. Like he's just more robust now. Like he's more, like, I feel like he sounds more threatening. Like if you were to put Sephiroth up against a bunch of no nonsense people who were on his footing, like his sly, conniving sounding voice and stuff, it wouldn't intimidate those people. But someone with a voice like a deeper register and stuff like that, if you're on equal footing with somebody and they have a commanding presence and a commanding tone in their voice and a slightly deeper register, well, as someone on the same footing with that person in combat or in any kind of challenge with that person, you're going to find them slightly more formidable. It's just human psychology. That's the way it goes. So I think it's cool. I think it's a cool change for the character. And standing on business, I almost hope they put out a patch where Travis Willingham goes back and redubs the whole thing as that version of Sephiroth. I don't think that will happen, but I would support that. I would support that. I love George Newbern's Sephiroth. I do. But hearing this now, I'm like, fuck, man. What if we had gotten this the whole time? Because there were some lines in Remake, especially, where it sounded like Tyler Hoechlin was kind of phoning it in. Like he didn't quite understand the character or what the situation was. Like, there were moments where that came across to me. And I said that. I said that in my review of Remake. I was like, there are moments in this game where it feels like Sephiroth's voice actor is kind of phoning it in because he doesn't quite understand the material. I said that. I'm on record as saying that. Now, I think in Rebirth, he was 150% better. Like, not that he was bad in Remake, but in Rebirth, I don't know. Like, they turned the gain up on his microphone or something, but he sounded more confident, more backbone in the character, and more full performance in Rebirth. But yeah, and here's the thing. I know Travis Willingham is an amazing voice actor. He's an amazing actor, period. He's a great actor. Roy Mustang is one of the great performances in the history of anime. Like, his performance as Roy Mustang in Full Metal Alchemist is one of the unsung heroes of why Full Metal Alchemist is such a legendary show. Not just anime, one of the greatest shows ever made. And he's a big part of that. He's a big part of that. So, oh, Coach, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I was never like a big Steve Burton as Cloud fan. Now, of the OG crew, I think Bo Billingsley as Barrett and Steve Bloom as Vincent are amazing. I never liked the 10-gallon hat oil tycoon take on Sid Highwind. The super, like the super stereotypical Southern guy. Sid's gonna be a Southern guy. Well, bitch, I'm a Southern guy. And Sid could sound like me. So, I always, every time Sid Highwood would open his mouth, I'd be like, bitch. Like I'm looking at Square Enix as a person and be like, bitch. It's not how we sound. Anyway. Don't even get me started on Dilly Dally, Shilly Shally, and all that kind of stuff. I love, like, as far as like your main core characters, Cloud, Tifa, Aerith, Barrett, like your original starting kind of cast of characters. Even the Shinra characters, spot on in the remake saga. But that core Avalanche group, night and day in remake as opposed to Advent Children and everything. Night and day. I'll take the remake saga performances over that stuff every day. They've just killed it. And I think part of it too is Steve Bloom was brilliant as Vincent. He's brilliant in almost anything he does. I mean, that guy just he knows character work, man. He has a natural. He's not even like a classical actor. He just knows. He has a natural gift for bringing characters to life. That's what it is about him. He has a natural gift for bringing characters to life, to acting out characters, almost like a kid playing with toys and telling a story. He does that. And if you can do that, you can make magic. But yeah, like you can tell when the voice actors are playing the characters and when they bring in like Hollywood or screen actors to try and put some kind of name recognition with a thing. I think people are figuring out you don't have to do that anymore. I tell convention runners ask me a lot in person and surveys and stuff like that. Like, what did you think of the guests we had here this weekend? What kind of guests would you suggest for our show? And I'm like, voice actors are this generation's movie stars. And when I tell these convention runners that, they're like gobstopped. Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you don't know? You shouldn't be running this show. If you don't know this by now, you're in the wrong business. Voice actors are this generation and the previous generation's movie stars. That they want to line up to see the people who brought these characters to life. And 98, 97 times out of 100, they are super cool, down-to-earth people who love meeting the fans. They might be a little tired on Sunday and late Saturday, but they love meeting the fans. And that is, I would say 75% of their job as a voice actor is meeting the fans and making the fans' day. They love doing that. The great voice actors love doing that. And so yeah, to get a little off subject there, I think bringing in Travis Willingham, who has a great repertoire, obviously, with Matt Mercer and a lot of other people that are on the project. He's a legendary voice actor. In another 5 to 10 years, when these guys are pushing, mid-50s or whatever, like the current elder statesmen of voice acting are, this will be the next group of elder statesmen voice actors who kind of helped build the map, so to speak, as far as like voice acting and that community and everything. He's on that list. He is on that list. He's got amazing characters. He's got so many great characters he's voiced over the years. Like I said, chief among them for me is Roy Mustang, but he's voiced so many other characters. He's Gaius in Tales of Xillia, which Gaius is an amazing character as well. He's played so many other great characters, but I think he's a great choice. And if you want to kind of patch in an explanation for the different sounding voice, you can just go, like I said, yo, Sephiroth's in his physical body now. There's no more only hallucinations or only visions of the past or only memories from a person who can't quite see straight. You know, it's physically him. Boom. And this is my voice now. You know, I mean, I think that's very cool. Thank you for the $5, Soldier. What if that's Sephiroth's real voice and we've heard before has been Cloud's auditory hallucinations? Well, that's what I just said. Like, that's a easy, quick way to explain it away. You know, Cloud is like, his memories are unreliable anyway. We know that, and so Final Fantasy VII Revelation. The big revelation is this is Sephiroth's real voice. So anyway, do with that what you want. I think that's a pretty easy way to sell that. And honestly, you don't even have to sell it to me, because like I think it's an upgrade. And again, I'm not just saying that, you know, because we just have to eat it and move on or whatever. I legitimately feel like it's an upgrade. Absolutely. I love the way it sounds. Because there was a part of me where like I was like, is that Genesis's voice? No, I don't think that's gonna happen. Well, who could that be? And there was a part of me that's like, God, I wish that was Sephiroth's voice. No shit. Like when I was watching the stream, that almost came out of my mouth. Man, I really just wish that was Sephiroth's voice. That almost came out of my mouth watching that stream. But anyway. He is Ace. Thank you. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of One Piece. I'm one of those people who feel like they would never be able to catch up. But yeah, you're right. He's Ace. Yep. We're gonna get so much info every day. I'm going back and reading some of your messages real quick. What up, Shane? Yeah, I think, Coach, you made a good point as far as like lines being flat. Like for me in Remake, like Tyler Hoechlin, that was the thing for me, that I didn't have a word to put on it, but his performance felt flat. It just felt flat. Like it was almost like you're always like smirking as you're delivering your lines. I think Sephiroth's a better villain than that. Like just to be pontificating and smirking all the time. I think that's lazy villainy. I think that's lazy villain writing. I know that's lazy villain writing. You have to play a character like that, like there's always something going on behind his eyes. Like when he says something to you, it could mean 3 different things, and all 3 of those things are wrong. Like you're getting played. And I never take like this the sly, all the time sly sounding villain seriously as a reader, as a viewer. Like unless you have some potent moments behind it, some moments where you get to the point. You drop the decibels a little bit and you show somebody what's up. I feel like we're gonna get that in this game, which is great. You know, I'm looking forward to his performance. Oh yeah, jumping out of the high wind to go to Fort Condor. There's a lot of places I think that are interesting and that can be explored in this game. Like, seems pretty obvious to me how you're going to get to the Knights of the Round Island. Like, I don't think you're going to use a chocobo to get there. I think you're going to jump out of the high wind to get there. But I think that needs to be a series of trials, though. I would love for them to use my original pitch way back before Remake even came out. Have it be the King's Tomb stuff. But it means more this time because you get an empty ball of materia, you're filling it up slowly every time you go to one of the tombs of the Knights of the Round. You get lore, you get exploration, you get an automatic extra 15 hours put onto the gameplay. Like, there's so many things that does for the game. And, oh, by the way, you get Knights of the Round. And my theory was always, if you complete Knights of the Round and you go to fight Genova, like at the very end, the last Genova, you fight whatever Genova's name is going to be in that version of Genova. I think it was... What was the Genova that you fight at the end? It's not... Is it Genova Death? Is it Death? I'm probably wrong on that. I have a hard time keeping the versions of Genova straight. But, you know, the one you're fighting as you go down into the northern cave to fight Safer Sephiroth for the last time, which needs to be Savior Sephiroth. Reunion Cloud Battle needs to happen, man. But you fight that final version of Genova. If you've got Knights of the Round, if you've painstakingly went... Synthesis, thank you. If you've painstakingly went and put together all the Knights of the Round and everything for the complete ultimate form of that, it should be a one-shot on Genova, because they know how to fight her. They know how to take her out. There's so much lore and so much story building you could use for that. It writes itself, man. It just writes itself. You just have to code it. That's it. Just put it out there. Just do it, man. Just do it. Yeah, Hamaguchi's locked and loaded. This is going to be the biggest marketing campaign Square Enix has ever embarked on. They're already kind of making it plain. I expect to see something at Xbox tomorrow. Like, not them showing up per se, but I expect like a little 2-minute something. Birth of a God is one I've really been waiting for. The weapons attack is one that we actually got to hear during that. They showed the Heidegger battle with and you all were telling me that's Sapphire weapon. I always thought that was Diamond weapon for some reason, but thank you for the corrections. The Sapphire weapon, when we got to hear the I was like, oh, no way. That scene was so good. That scene was really good. I'm glad they showed that. Supernova's gonna last 20 minutes. Supernova's gonna be like a massive cutscene. It's just gonna go straight into cutscene mode. But yeah, Birth of a God, that, let's see, what's another one? What is the Descent into the Northern Craters track called? I can just look it up. It's like boom, pa ba da boom, pa pa pa. Oh, and the ending. The ending is going to go nuts, dude. Nuts. The ending theme is gonna da 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 bum 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 ba ba ba. That's going to go not like. I'm not one of these tearing up streamers. Something slightly emotional happens that I kind of like a little bit. I was crying. I'm not that guy. I'm probably gonna be a blubbering mess when that ending. I'm getting a little teary thinking about it. When you beat the game and that final da 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 bum bum bum, like when that starts with the and the the live stream starts to come out of the ground a little bit here, a little bit there. Like, I am going to be a blubbering mess when that starts. I'm just going to put the controller down and just sit back. So put it down and sit back. Judgment Day. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Strive Stream. Judgment Day. That one's going to be a sick track. There's so many awesome tracks that they still haven't explored. And there's going to be so many tracks they put in there. And they've confirmed... Hamaguchi confirmed what I speculated yesterday while we were watching it. I was like, look, there's going to be several smaller weapons you have to fight, and then there's going to be the storyline weapons, like the ones we know. They're going to add a bunch of weapons. He confirmed that. Like, literally 2 hours after I speculated that. I was like, we're going to fight a lot of smaller weapons, and then we're gonna have the main storyline weapons those will be, you'll fight those in order, but then there'll be some you come across that you just fight out of order. So he confirmed that already. So I've got a lot of other ideas I'm working on, like little jotting down ideas to make videos for to speculate on. But yeah, the weapon stuff is going to be killer. And then I also wanted to talk about the Sephiroth voice change tonight as well. So yeah, I think that, yeah, man, we're in for a big treat for the finale. And let's just enjoy every bit of it, because this is it. This is it. I think it's going to be spring, February to April, like I've been saying. Just the next, let's see, this next 7 to 9 months, just enjoy it, man, because this is it. I'm going to enjoy every piece of it, because this is it. And but I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna be here, still making content, still looking for that next big thing in gaming, still playing Resident Evil and Final Fantasy games as they come out, and hopefully Castlevania, if Konami gets off their ass and makes a real Castlevania game, be here for all of it. So yeah. In life, a lot of things, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey to get there, you know? So it's I've got some ambitious ideas I want to do, as far as like going back, and I've got an idea for a massive video about the whole journey to the game or whatever, but I don't know. You all know how I'm not good at putting out massive video ideas. Like, I've got them all the time, and then I'll sit down and try to shoot them, and I'll shoot them, but then I never get to edit them, and by the time I do get around to editing them, the material is old, and I'm just not going to do it now. Happens all the time. Always have best intentions, but never can get it done because I'm so busy. But I do have a couple of those things I want to do. Hopefully, maybe. What up, Sean? It's light speculation. There's not a whole lot of theory stuff to do anymore, because all the best theories have been out there for a long time. And all the people that were doing it heavy and hardcore, even after I stopped doing it, are all working or doing stuff with Square Enix right now. So that if you're tapped into a thing, you can't really be making theories about a thing. It's always been my thing, because you have some working knowledge of what's actually happening. Rebirth was excellent. Rebirth was really excellent. I still play it in my spare time, just off stream. I'll just run around and do things, and it's just a very fulfilling, it's a very pleasing game to sit down with. I appreciate that Strife stream. Well, see, that's the thing, Sean. The magic is that original Final Fantasy VII story. That's the magic core nucleus of all of this. There will be spin-offs. And we will cover them and talk about them. But nothing is the original core story, Final Fantasy VII. Nothing touches that. It's the greatest story ever told in a video game. I don't care what Neil Druckmann wants to pass to you. Final Fantasy VII is responsible for generations of game developers and generations of fans. It kind of saved Squaresoft. It helped bolster PlayStation back in the day. I mean, it's done so many things for so many careers and so many fans. Yeah, like after that first Final Fantasy VII remake game, that was when the Theory Crafters were off and running. You know, it was like the Great Space Race. You know what I mean? In Outlaw Star. The Great Space Race. Yeah, I mean, because it was so wild. And I've said before, it was probably one of the single greatest marketing strategies in the history of video games. We know we're making 3 games. Here's the first one. We have no idea how long the second one's going to take. We need to give you something to talk about and speculate on. We'll wrap this thing up with a pretty bow. Talk about Zack surviving or whatever. We're just going to write around him just still being dead. So everybody was guessing and guessing and guessing and guessing for months, for a year, until people started settling with the fact that, oh yeah, he is just dead. It is just a remake. Okay, all right, got it. This is the first time a game of this magnitude is released for all consoles. You know what? Yes. 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 I think it is, because Xbox and PlayStation always had like simultaneous releases for massive games, right? Devil May Cry's, things like that. Grand Theft Autos. But they were never on Switch at the same time. So yeah. But see, here's from a business standpoint, here's the thing that Square Enix has learned by all these businesses, like Capcom. They really rebounded. They rebounded quick, and they made a lot of money quick because all their stuff went to Xbox and PlayStation at the same time. Now, they had a timed exclusive with Sony because Sony helped flip the bill for a lot of that remake work and Rebirth as well. But now, since they're like, I expect Final Fantasy VII Revelation to pay for the next 5 to 6 years of development at Square Enix. But because they've never had like a massive release on this scale on every platform. And they've got so much goodwill and so much hype behind it right now. They have to capitalize, and they have to find a way to properly allocate the money that they're about to get from these. They have to spend it the right way. They have to invest it the right way. They don't need to take a quarter of those profits and put into merchandising. Don't do that. Put 100% of it into developing 3 to 4 strong ass games. 3 to 4 just massively strong games. And those could be AA games. But just make that money make you more money. You know what I mean? But we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but I don't know what those numbers are going to come back as. I don't know how much of a kick or how much of a perk those different consoles are going to get. Each console is going to get like a different percentage because Square Enix is still at heart a third party. Sony will probably get the biggest piece of the pie on their cut. So let's say Sony gets this is just a number, but a 30%, and Switch and Xbox get like a 20% or something like that. Those numbers get murky, but yeah, Coach. I think that's a great point. They just need to just sharpen their sword. Don't go to the blacksmith and ask for a new model. Just keep sharpening your sword. Keep enhancing the systems you're developing. But that goes back to the continually shifting power structures at Square Enix, the shifting leadership roles at Square Enix. Investors, new investors or whatever, a new head boss comes out and says, I don't like this system, we got to go a different direction. Well, here comes 2 years of R&D. I mean, they got to stop that. You're right. It's a great point. Well, Strife Stream, that's what I've speculated about over the past month, or like even pitched. I'm like, look, hopefully the reason Final Fantasy 17 is not really, nobody not talking about development or anything right now, is like, hopefully the 7 Remake Saga team is the team that's going to be making Final Fantasy 17. Just do that. Just do that and get out of their way. Keep the suits out of the room. Get out of their way. Let them develop. Let them make. Let them cook, you know? And then you're going to be better off than trying to remake the wheel again. You know, put Hamaguchi over a different team. No, keep this team intact. Bring them in. Bring their sub-managers in. All that kind of stuff. Their whole team framework, keep that. And keep Hamaguchi at the top. Don't make him producer-director. Keep him as your director. Let Kitase produce. Let him direct. This is a winning combination. These two guys work great together. And Kitase has been grooming this guy. I mean, that's pretty obvious. If you know what to look for, Kitase is absolutely grooming and teaching this guy about the ways of not just the business, but how Square Enix runs their stuff. Hamaguchi has this connection with the fans and this charisma and this extrovertedness that Kitase just doesn't have. But having Kitase as a producer with Hamaguchi as a director and then working a synergy, I know a lot of people don't agree with that, but I feel like that's a winning combination. And I think that's something you need to do. And then now Tetsuya Nomura can go just do whatever he wants to do. He can just do whatever he wants to do. You got Hamaguchi on Final Fantasy VII now. Let Nomura go do whatever he wants to do. And let Hamaguchi direct Final Fantasy 17. Because he's going to direct something after Final Fantasy VII Revelation. And he's not going to go to another company. He's not going to get poached by another company. He's going to go direct something. What do you think he's going to go direct? He's going to go direct Final Fantasy 17. But don't put him in that role that they put Yoshi P in for 16. Let him do what he's good at doing, direct this game, and then go out and sell this game by talking to people about it. That's it. That's it. That's it. There's no secret sauce. There's no secret formula. There's no insider tactic. There's nothing. That's what you do. You let Hamaguchi direct Final Fantasy 17, and then you let him go sell it. That's it. That's it. Paint by numbers, man. It's paint by numbers. Well, see, that's why I think him and Hamaguchi work well together. Because Hamaguchi, like, if you look at Yoshi P as just like, kind of like the task manager, like he's just making sure production stays on flow. He's checking in with the director. He's checking in with the HR head. He's checking in with the head of marketing. He's checking in with all these people and making sure this project stays on task. That's what an introvert is good at. That's what a yellow aura is good at. Like, if you all know, like, spirituality and stuff like that, Kitase is completely a yellow aura. Completely yellow indigo aura. He's an introvert who's good at task management. That's what he does. I can see that. Hamaguchi he's me. He's the guy who's passionate about the stuff he works on and loves going out and talking about it to people a little too much. I straight up give shit away about ARAURA sometimes. I don't mean to, because I just get passionate about people coming to the booth. We'll have like 10 people at the booth. I'll just be talking, just pitching, and just telling them the story basically. And then they still buy the books. That's what Hamaguchi does. He goes out to these things and he has to be very controlled and pointed about his responses, because he gets off the tracks real quick, because he can't wait to tell people about what's happening in this story. So that's why I've got faith in this team. You got one guy who can do all the boring task management business end stuff, and you got the super creative guy with the vision who can go out and make all these things happen and keep everybody in line in the production with the staff. I think it's a great team. Let this team make Final Fantasy 17 and let them do whatever they want and let them make it great. I don't care what the main character could be a slime. I don't give a shit. Like, let the main character, let them write it, let them design it, bring in their best artists, whatever, you know. Nojima, he's gonna keep trying to get Kingdom Hearts made. Oh, Nojima. I'm sorry. I was thinking Nomura. Nojima can write, and here's the other thing, man. This is something not celebrated enough. Like, you all know I love Rockstar Nojima. He's my guy. And there'll be no Nojima slander. Even though there's been some missteps, I'll admit, Nojima has written his ass off for the remake saga. Completely writing out of his mind. Like, what he has done with structuring this narrative and digging out of that Zack hole. I'm going to call it the Zack hole. Digging out of that ditch left by the Zack mystery to keep people talking. I think he did about as well as you could possibly do with what he was asked to do, what he was asked to pull off. And now he can just focus on writing Final Fantasy VII. Because if you think about how much story there still is left for Final Fantasy VII, everything after Aerith dies. Aerith dies like the first third of the game. She dies in the first third of the game. There's still 2/3 of game and everything else they want to add and flesh out the world with to go. And now he's going to be able to just write free. He can just write free now. He can just write now. So here's a hot take for you, okay? And it's not a negative hot take. I think it's a pretty cool hot take, you know? Take that for whatever you want to call it. But now we're going to see the Final Fantasy VII remake. Well, if you think about all there is to do and all they're going to make, all they're going to add, like, they're going to add a lot. They've already added a lot. There are character story bits to follow up on that weren't in the original game. Other areas to explore. All the deep dive they're going to go into with character backstories and tying up character backstories that you didn't really get to fully do in Final Fantasy VII OG. They're going to get to explore all of that stuff now. Every bit of it. That's my point, Coach. It's like, if you take the amount of story they're going to have, equivalently, they're going to have about 2/3 of a game still to make with Revelation. So, what was I even saying? Wow, I got away from myself there. I caught your comment, and not a bad thing. I like catching comments, but sometimes it takes me off my train of thought when I do that. So, but yeah, so Revelation is going to be huge, and now Nojima can just write free. So that's what I was trying to get to. So, you all know how, since we've been talking about the remake saga, I said they've got this stack of ideas and stuff they've had on their desk for years. Now we're going to start seeing those. Now we're going to start seeing all of that stuff coming out in the game. We're going to start seeing all those ideas, the things they wanted to add. Now they can properly write it in and have it streamlined into the game properly. This is going to be a massive game. I think the story for this game is going to be 40 to 50 hours. Easy. Easy. I don't think they're cutting any corners. They're gonna really take their time. The game, I mean, it's playable right now. It's not polished. They still haven't polished it. So I can't wait to see everything they add. Oh yeah, like, I think if you just rush through the game to get the story, you're looking at 50 hours. If you do everything, you might be looking at a couple hundred hours. You might be looking at Witcher 3, which is something they really looked at. Yeah, you're probably right, Coach. I mean, I'm probably undershooting that number a little bit because I've been kind of despoiled by recent years' games where they're just too short. But yeah, like if you think everything that happens after Aerith dies and everything they're still going to add, there's going to be spirit moments where you talk to Zack and Aerith. The Cloud's redemption in the live stream is going to be 3 times longer. It's going to be epic. It's going to be like its own episode. You know what I mean? And then you're going to have everybody tying up their loose ends that they were shown in the Temple of the Ancients. We're going to encounter Deep Ground again. We're going to go back. We're going to have throwdowns with everybody in Shinra. You think that's going to be as quick as it was in OG? No. That was like 15 minutes or 20 minutes in the OG game. Going back and doing all that right before you go to the Northern Crater. You think the Northern Crater isn't going to take you 2 or 3 hours? You think, all these other... Mediel isn't going to be 2 or 3 hours, plus another 2 to 3 hours for Cloud's redemption, and then everything else getting out of Junon, getting to Junon. Okay, so here's another one. Like, after the weapons awaken and all that kind of stuff, we've still got to get to the Whirlwind Maze. We got to start the game. We have to journey to the Whirlwind Maze. We just got all of Wu Tai still. There's going to be tons of story in Wu Tai. It's going to be absolutely insane. Yeah, it's probably, I would guess that it's going to be more than one disc. I mean, as far as like base game content, I think you might have to switch a disc. Or you have to download 2 discs worth of data. Wouldn't that be insane? Like, if you have to install a second disc to install the game. What if the install for this game is 200 gigs? Or if some way it piggybacks off of Rebirth. Like it piggybacks off of what's built in Rebirth. If you've already got Rebirth installed on your computer, on your game system, whatever you're playing it on, and then there's another 100 gigabyte install on top of that. I could see that being a thing, but it's also a different framework, so I'm not really sure. I'm not a dev, so if it sounds like I'm speaking out of my ass a little bit with dev stuff, sometimes I kind of am. But I base it on like things I've talked to developers about that knowledge I've retained. I've never done it myself, but I've had it explained to me, if that makes sense. So it is. You put in 735 hours in Rebirth. I'm going to do... Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I put out a video, I think right before Rebirth came out. And I said, we're going to play these games for 300 plus hours easily. People flamed me in my comments like, you're out of your mind. I beat Remake in 30 hours or whatever. And I'm like, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when it's all said and done. Like, all these hours. People got 300 hours out of just Rebirth. I got 80 hours out of Remake. I think my running total on Rebirth is about, 120 hours. A lot of that's just running around and doing stuff. But I just really think there's going to be a lot to do. And the game is going to be massive. I'm really excited to see what Nojima's going to cook up as far as writing. Back on the subject. I got off the subject a little bit. But Nojima is an absolute rock star. And I am, I'm on board, man. I want to see it. I want to see what he does, what he comes in, what some of the things he wants to write in are. I'm really stoked. I'm really stoked. And in case you need to remember, in case we need to take it back old school for just a minute, never forget. One more time for the kids at home. In case you forgot, that dude is a rock star. In case you forgot. I'm trying to read back through some of your other stuff. Yeah, nobody, even the best three-point shooter, man, probably shot what, I don't know what the percentage is, but they miss half the ones they shoot, you know. Caleb Williams, my guy, 58%. We're not going to talk about his drops. If all the receivers caught his drops, he's about 63, 64%. But you know, he's a big game hunter, man. You know, sometimes you shoot big and sometimes you whiff. You know what I mean? I'm sure it'll be no different for me, you know, when I'm out there doing my thing. I'm sure it is no different for me. I've had content, videos, stories I've written, everything that I thought were going to be awesome. And crickets, dude. Crickets. Even people hating on the stuff. And I've also had, like, things I thought were just going to be, I'll just put this up. Thousands of views. People loved what I wrote. But you just never know, man. You never know. Where was I when I was playing the OG? So, if you all want to hear a story, a Christmas story, I will tell you a Christmas story. So, we were... I, like many of you, grew up very poor. Very poor. My dad worked hard, but it was just me and my dad. You know, Dad had the one income, you know. And I've been working since I was about 12, 13 years old all my life. So I've been working for about a good 33 years of my life. So I played Final Fantasy VII at my friend's house for months. Just going over there, playing his game and playing a game at different spots and stuff like that. It's like, I'm just so addicted to this game, I can't stand it, you know. So I told my dad for Christmas in 1997, a good almost year since the game had come out, you know. But I've been going to my friend's house after school and playing Final Fantasy VII, his copy of it. And I'd either watch him play it or I would play it. So I told my dad for Christmas that year, I was like, I want a PlayStation. Because I got to get this game, you know. And he was like, oh, okay, whatever, you know. And so we, it's Christmas Eve, probably about 4 o'clock on Christmas Eve, 1997. And he has me take the laundry down to the laundromat, the coin laundromat, and take it down there and do the clothes. I get down there, I'm digging the clothes out, and in the middle of the clothes was a PlayStation 1. He had gone and bought me a PS1. I think they were about $130 at the time. He had gone and bought me a PS1. And so I left the clothes on the washer. I ran up to our apartment. We had like a little duplex, you know, a little duplex apartment, real small. I run up there. I run into the house. I go, I just make this face. He goes, oh, is that what you wanted? I was like, yes. He's like, where are the clothes? So I had to go finish the clothes. And then I got the clothes done. I came back up to the house, uphill, in Harrodsburg, Kentucky, Harrods Creek Apartments. If y'all know where Harrods Creek Apartments is, you ever been to Harrodsburg, you know the hill I'm talking about and where the coin laundromat used to be. So I get in my car, this little 88 Dodge Dynasty. We called it the Dynasty because it was always dying. It was always in the shop. I fly out to the Walmart in Harrodsburg. They had 2 copies of Final Fantasy VII left in the case. I got that. I got a memory card. I got the strategy guide. And boom, I was off to the house. And we just had like a little 13-inch black and white TV. So I had to get the rabbit ear coaxial cable connection thing going. But for 3 weeks, over Christmas break, we got snowed in a little bit. I sat there on that old black and white television and I played Final Fantasy VII. Start to finish. You know, memory card, all that kind of stuff. And then about a year later, we got a 25-inch color TV. I played it again. I went through it. I took 2 weeks and went through it again in color. So that was where I was playing the OG. And then for years after that, once a year, I played through it every year for like a decade, you know. So that game got me through some very bad places in life, man. And that's why the OG will always have a special story or a special place in my heart. So yeah, a lot of people were like that. Well, that's why I say I know for a fact that Final Fantasy VII helped put PlayStation on the map, because people had Nintendos. Lots of people didn't have PlayStations. They didn't understand a game on a CD. I don't know. I don't get it. Like some more savvy people did, but savvy people weren't going to keep PlayStation in business. You had to get all the normal people, the people that were playing Nintendo. Final Fantasy VII got all the people that were playing Nintendo to buy a PlayStation. That was it. That was it. That's the point. That's the thing nobody ever talks about. You know what I mean? Final Fantasy VII got everybody who only played Nintendo to buy a PlayStation. The joys, yeah. Well, the technology was simpler, but it was also a bit of a pain in the butt sometimes. Thanks, Coach. I appreciate that. Yeah, like, and I'll tell you another one, like, this right here, this is that copy I bought Christmas Eve 1997 at the Harrodsburg, Kentucky Walmart. This is the copy that I bought. I never, ever, ever sold this copy. Kept it with me everywhere I went. You still feel kind of the grit on it. Like, there was a period where I don't know why I'm about to share this, but I'm going to anyway. There's a period of a few months where I lived in my car, like in my mid-20s. You know, I sold everything I had. I was at a real low point. Sold everything I had. And this and Chrono Cross stayed in a backpack in my car. I refused to sell them. Had nothing to play them on. I refused to sell these games. And in fact, I still got my PSN memory card that's not in here, but it was also in my backpack. I never sold those things, never sold them, because I knew at some point I'd get back on my feet, I'd have a PlayStation, and the first thing I was going to do was play Final Fantasy VII. And that happened. Sega Genesis, there you go. See, yes, Sega Genesis. Everybody had a Nintendo or a Sega Genesis, man. PlayStation was a hard sell, and so Final Fantasy VII got people to buy a PlayStation, and then PlayStation just took over. So this game right here changed the course of video game history forever. Don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise, because they're bullshitting you. Either that or they weren't there. Listen to the people that were boots on the ground. Listen to the people that were there. I was one of the ones that were there. A lot of you were there. A lot of you were there during that time. You had Nintendo, you had a Sega. Nobody had a PlayStation till this game came out. There were a few radicals out there that had Twisted Metal and a couple of other games for their PlayStation or whatever. I had a couple of people in my class was like, tell me about this Resident Evil game, you know. But most people I knew didn't have a PlayStation, you know. But then after this game came out, everybody had a PlayStation. Everybody started playing Resident Evil. Everybody started playing, name whatever, Medieval, all these games that were popular on PS1. Symphony of the Night, Metal Gear. People weren't playing those games until they bought it for this game. So, most important game ever made. Absolutely. This game built the video game industry that we know today. That's it. Because I know for a fact I finished Final Fantasy VII, and I started looking, I was like, man, these JRPGs, that's what's up. That's what's up. Because I got to thinking about all the games I played on Super Nintendo, and I was like, oh, these are JRPGs. These are the games I like, you know? So I started buying all these other JRPGs, whether they were good, bad, or indifferent. Everything from Squaresoft from that era was good. Everything was at least the floor. Good was the floor for Squaresoft back then. Good was the floor. There was no ceiling. It was good and on up to whatever superlative you want to put. But that was what it was back then with Squaresoft. Even Enix to a degree, you know? Yeah, like, this will go in my tomb with me. Just like, in my sarcophagus, you know? Just like when the aliens dig up my remains in 1,000 years, like, what is this thing? This in one hand, and my perfect copy of Chrono Trigger in the other hand. And maybe Legend of Zelda Link to the Past shoved in there somewhere. I love how this has started to yellow on the back slightly as well, you know? Makes it feel like a relic, you know? In a good way. Dude, Breath of Fire, look. You'll never hear any disparaging comments about Breath of Fire from me. That game needs love. That game needs to get put on the comeback trail. So my friend who I referenced earlier that I played his, he had a Game Shark, and he would use that. He would, like, I don't remember everything he did. He would use it to get infinite items and stuff like that. And he said there was some kind of trick to use the Game Shark to bring Aerith back. You had to go get the key to the Ancients, and wherever you found that, you had to come back later and go there, and Aerith would be there or something like that. Just a bunch of wild goose chase bullshit, you know. I never tried it, but but hopefully I'm not a shriveled husk in a sarcophagus in 5 years. I'll be here to say hi to them, hopefully. This Strife stream, this is support materia. Let me tell you what, this is the ultimate support materia, this game. This game is support materia, right? I'm going to share another story with you all because I'm feeling storytellery tonight. It's kind of what I do, right? So, I would say it was about 2012, maybe. Raise your hand if you've been in a bad, rough relationship to where you didn't even want to leave the house most days. Like, you feel responsible for a person and you don't want to leave the house, and you're like, what have I gotten myself into, you know? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Let me see a show of hands. Anyway, your boy was in that position around 2012, 2011. And I would just work, come home. I'd completely stopped working out. I loved going to the gym. I loved 3 things. I loved creating art and stories, writing, drawing, painting, everything. I consider that one creative thing. I loved working out. I loved gaming. Those are the 3 things I loved doing. I stopped doing all 3 because I was in a horrible, horrible, awful relationship. I stopped working out. I got real overweight. I got real out of shape. All I did was go work, come home, go work, come home. I had a desk job, just eating gas station chicken tenders all the time. I worked in Winchester, Kentucky at the industrial park area, and there was this we called it the creepy BP, right? The creepy BP. station. Best chicken tenders on planet Earth. Not a place you want to be after 8 o'clock. But anyway, so I ate those chicken tenders every day and just sat at my desk at work, and I got up to like 320 pounds. I was real bad out of shape. That's when I developed my diabetes that I have to this day, my type 2 diabetes. I was in a bad way, man. Bad way. And so one night, after work, some friends were going out to drink and do other stuff and everything, and I was like, you know what? Tonight's the night, man. I'm gonna go out. I'm just gonna get blown up. And you know, I was basically like, I wasn't, you know, trying to self-delete, but I was like, if I don't wake up tomorrow, I'm okay with it. That was where I was. I was like, but before I go out tonight, I'm gonna play Final Fantasy VII one last time. One last time. Granted, I was about 32, I think, at the time. I get a little weak at the voice talking about it. So I pop it in, had no idea where I was. I load up the game. I am right in the middle of Cloud's redemption story. I sat and played it until 1 in the morning. My friends are calling, where you at? Where you at, man? We're doing, you know, we're at this party, whatever. And I finished that part of the game. It was like it spoke to me. It's like it spoke to me. I didn't answer them. And the next day, when I woke up, I put a plan together to get my shit together, to kick my ass back into shape, to get back in the gym, to get back to doing the things I love and cutting the things out of my life that I don't love. The game guided me back down the right, well, it didn't guide me down the right path, but it showed up at a time when I needed it. My ultimate support materia showed up at a time when I needed it. And from then on, like that year, I put together my first hand-stapled copy of ARAURA. And then a couple years after that, met my wife, or who would become my wife. And got things together, man. Got things together. So, this is more than just a video game. And my story is not the only story like that. There are so many people out there that this game, like a great movie, or a great book, or a great poem, or a great whatever, whatever it is that speaks to you, that's what this was for me, you know? And so that's why it's more than just a game. It's more than just tech specs. It's more than just this thing or that thing, you know, this little, it's an experience. It's the whole, I grew up with this game, you know, and it saved my life in a lot of ways that night. You know what I mean? Because I was rock bottom. I had the pickaxe going below the level of rock bottom. Like, I was just like, I just want to disappear, man. You know? And that pulled me out. That pulled me out, man. And to this day, I'm like, you know, people can have discussions about what they don't like about the remake saga and everything, but I will hear no disparaging comments about Final Fantasy VII, the OG. It is the greatest video game ever made. Full stop. Anybody else brings anything to my door, I'm pushing you off the porch. I don't even care. I'm Clint Eastwood and El Torino. Get off my lawn. You know? Period. Thanks for coming. Have a great day. You know, that's my energy for those people. Oh man, Final Fantasy VII's overrated. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. You're an idiot. Get off my lawn, idiot. Get the fuck out of here. That's my energy with those people. Anyway, thanks for listening to that little story. Yeah, man. Once you're on this train, you're on it, bro. It is, Beck. It is, you know. And so, like, a lot of times, like, so when I'm at conventions, people come up to me that know me from YouTube, and they go, and this isn't me bragging, you know, but they're always like, wow, you're bigger than I thought you were going to be. You know what I mean? They're talking about, like, you know, like working out and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, this helps me feel good, man. You know, and people message me after they meet me, is like, how can I do that? How can I was like, man, just go work out, put your favorite video game tracks on, and just go do a little bit, go do a little bit, go do a little bit. You know, I'm a real advocate for take care of your mind, take care of your body, you take care of your soul. You know, you got to take care of all three aspects. You know, don't slip on your body. If you think your mind's strong, don't slip on your body, because that's so important. If you don't have your health, you don't have shit. You know what I mean? Like, if your health starts going, the dominoes start falling. Take care of yourself. Please take care of yourself. But yeah, that day when I got up, I was like, we're going to the gym right now. For that first couple of months, I did barely anything, but I was doing something, you know? And I feel like that's one of the themes of Final Fantasy VII's story. It's like, we don't know what we can do against a god and an evil corporate machine and these kaiju out of the planet that are wrecking things, but I feel like I have to do something, you know? Just do something, you know? And you stack enough days of just doing something, you start becoming something. That's my motto anyway. Just stack days, stack time, put the work in, even if it's just a little bit. If it seems like it doesn't matter. Man, I just had a big meal, you know, I'm just gonna walk around the block 3 times and come back. That's something. You know, stack a bunch of something to start becoming something. You know, that was what got me out of that. And I know I've, you know, spoken to a few of you that are in the chat. You've spoken about these things with me before, candidly, and I appreciate those. But yeah, you gotta take care of yourself, man. Take care of yourself. That's where my streams go sometimes. Like, we'll start talking about one thing and we go down a path to another thing. Like, I just like to open up. I like to talk to you all, you know, like a person. Keep it real. One foot in front of the other, man. Some days you got to take a knee. I get it, but get up and keep walking. Oh no, soldier, I can't even imagine. Oh my God. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope things have gotten better. Well, yeah. Well, I remember speaking with you candidly about a year or two ago. You were going through some things. I remember you DMing me and us talking about it a little bit, you know. But yeah, that's the thing with my community. I mean, I think usually for the content creator, the goal is to build a huge community at some point. But while I'm small enough, I like to take the time to talk to you all. It's backfired on me a couple of times. I've had a couple of people kind of go rogue on me and just like snap or whatever, and I got to be careful with that stuff sometimes, but my heart is always with you all. I want you to know that. But yeah, I can't even imagine that, soldier. Oh yeah, James. What the thing with... Wait, do you mean they added it like post Rebirth coming out? Like it got added in like an update or something like that? Is that what you're talking about? Like with this new round of updates that came out, they've added something new to it? People were really mad too about the way they hand... Oh, thank you for the $20, Coach. I appreciate that. Cloud taught me how to be me. As a kid, I struggled with confidence. I was shy. I was an introvert that couldn't form words in front of new people because I was so worried about people's reactions. FF7 and football changed. Yeah, man. Absolutely, dude. That's good stuff. Oh, I didn't know that, James. I'm going to have to check that out. I remember so many people were sore and they were bitter about how Rebirth ended with, us not seeing the water burial, seeing everything. I was like, yo, guys, we're gonna get that. That's gonna be like the big payoff in Cloud's redemption. That'll be the last thing he remembers. And when he comes out of his stupor, is like, he's gonna remember being there and burying Aerith. That's when we're gonna see it. After this big crescendo of him remembering things and how things really happened and everything, it's gonna be quiet. He's gonna remember that, and he's gonna see that happening, and that's gonna be just an absolute unit of a moment. It's gonna be an absolute unit. I can't. It's gonna hit like a truck. All right, Beck. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. We'll see you next time. It's only Saturday night, isn't it? I feel like it's Sunday night for some reason. I really do. I feel like it's Sunday night. That's crazy. Exactly. Yeah, you're playing through Cloud's eyes and Cloud's experience. I mean, it's supposed to feel frustrating and disjointed right now. I know that's a hard sell. I know that's a really hard sell, and it almost sounds like you're making excuses for bad writing. That's not lost on me. I totally understand why people think that. But I'm holding faith, and I believe in the guy in the top corner of my screen over here. Is it here? Yes, he's right here. I'm hitting him right now. Right there. Nojima. Young Nojima there. Young bass player Nojima right there. I really got faith in this guy because I think that's what they're doing. They're setting you up for the fall, so you feel the fall with Cloud, and then you feel the redemption, and then you see the moment. I think that's just going to hit like a truck, man. I really do. Huh. That's cool. I'm going to have to check that out. But guys, give me just a moment. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to grab me a quick snack. And when I come back, we're going to get back into Tales of Elliot, or Adventures of Elliot. I want to get back into this demo. I've been jonesing to get back into it for a couple of days. We're going to get back into it. I'm going to get back in and play it tonight. Let's go. Yeah, Zach, before I go to break, I'll address that real quick. Like, that's why I love JRPGs, man. Like, I want to sit down with a snack, a tasty beverage, and just go on a story adventure until I have to turn it off and go to bed. You know, I mean, that's what I love about this genre. And that's why I keep coming back to the genre, because I'm just like, I'm very seldom disappointed. Action games and action adventure games stuff sometimes get tired on me or whatever. I'll take a break from them. But JRPGs, I can always come back to them, man, because they never get old. They never age with me. So, anyway, I'll be right back. get the right one eventually. Nice. Yeah, I gotta check this ending out. Probably not tonight. I'll probably do it tomorrow. I want to play some games right now. Well, I appreciate that, Sean. Thank you. Thank you, Strive Stream. I appreciate that. Yeah, just, you know, I'm just a guy with a camera and a bunch of opinions. People seem to like tuning in and listen to me talk and getting my opinions on things, so I'll give them, you know. Nothing special about me, just, you know, just a guy doing his thing. I do have lots of marketing experience. I think that helps me figure things out and kind of read the tea leaves, as it were, you know. But other than that, I'm just a fan trying to make his own thing, you know. I just realized the color was off in here, and I was like, oh, I don't have all my lighting up and running. That's a little bit better. There we go. I was like, God, why do I look so red? I do have a lot of sun. I did get a lot of sun the past couple of days. Took my kid to the pool yesterday. We were there for a while. And then birthday party, all day Saturday celebration for my wife and my kid. They're 2 days apart on their birthdays, so we'll kind of celebrate on the same day or same weekend every month. So, or every year, every month. That would be expensive. Anyway, I'm going to shut down Ojima here. I'm going to bring Adventures of Elliot back into play. And we're going to play some Adventures of Elliot. There we go. Okay. In case you all didn't get the memo, I love this game so far. And I got the weird sound card issue again, so we gotta fix that again. Kingdom of Huther. Huther, Kingdom of Huther. I don't know why this stuff isn't going away here.
Where should we go next?
Wherever we desire. Who have I not spoken with? Oh, we gotta be over here. Okay. Rupees. I mean, not rupees. I'm playing not Link to the Past. Yeah, I've heard about Mina the Hollower. I've had a lot of people suggest it to me. I'm going to definitely be checking that out. The promise has been fulfilled thing? I don't know. I thought it was just kind of like a really cool way of No, they didn't say the promise has been fulfilled. Oh, you're talking about the... I thought you meant the actual E3 trailer itself. They said the promise has been made. The promise has been fulfilled was a bookend saying, yo, we said we were going to do it and we did it. I liked that, actually. Yeah, well, I think they learned their lesson with Forspoken. I think they really want to lean more into stuff like this again. If this screen doesn't go away, I'm going to lose my mind.
Miss Leica?
Hey, Leica.
I said no, and I meant
hey.
You're still too little.
What's going on, Leica?
Well, look who the cat dragged in. Oh, Elliot!
What's he talking about?
Recognize this, Elliot?
Oh, the bow I practiced with as a kid.
No, I get a bow now?
Turned up when I was cleaning out the storage room. Now this little one wants to have a go.
Can't blame him. But I think you're probably a little young for that, Nick.
Nuh-uh. I could totally do it.
I don't know, Nick. Make a mistake with a bow and things can go south in a hurry. And neither I nor Miss Leica want to see you get hurt.
But... Come on.
I know. How about this? I'll hold on to this bow until you're big enough to use it. Once you're ready for it, I'll hand it over gladly. Sound good?
That's a cool way of getting the bow.
Okay. I guess I can wait until I'm older.
This thing's quite old at this point. I'll go ahead and change the bowstring for you.
That would be great, Leica.
Thanks,
While you're
Leica.
waiting, how about taking care of some monsters for me? There's more and more lurking just outside of town these days. It's a real pain for everyone. And by the time you get back, this bow will be as good as new.
Somehow, I always end up doing your bidding. Consider it done, Leica.
Not a bad bit of bidding to be doing, sir. Elliot takes custody of an old bow Nick's much too young for. Leica offers to repair it for Elliot in exchange for dealing with some monsters. Reward short bow. Conditions: defeat the beastmen outside of town. 0 out of 10. Accept.
There's no arguing with Leica, is there? Let us dispatch those monsters at once.
Oh, we gotta go up this other way, don't we? Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, this game is so awesome.
Hello there, kitty. How adorable.
Meow. You can't jump over the fence. Crit.
You have them on the run, Elliot. Don't stop now.
Thanks. You know what would be cool in this game is like an EXP system. That'd be pretty cool. It doesn't need it. It certainly doesn't need it, but I'm just thinking of, like, I know I love a game when I'm already thinking, playing the demo, how can I get more mileage out of this? You know what I mean? Like, how can I get more mileage out of whatever this game is going to wind up being? A leveling system, a barter system, a crafting system, you know? But that just tells me how much I love the game already. There's 10.
Fine work defeating those monsters. I imagine Leica has fixed the bow by now.
I just want to kill some more monsters. All right, off we go. That respawn? Or did I miss it? Crystallis, dude. I used to have Crystallis. Like, there was a point about, I don't know, 3 years ago where I started selling off just a bunch of my old games. I had a complete Crystallis on the shelf back here. I had a complete copy of it. I did. Yeah, Crystallis was one of my first RPGs when I was a kid. So when I, you know, had the means as an adult to start collecting old games and stuff, I'd find them at flea markets and at conventions I was doing and stuff. Before the market went absolutely nuts with retro games, I bought a bunch of those. And Crystallis is one that I saw. It was like, when I bought it, it was like $20 with everything in it, the box and everything. I was like, oh, I can't pass that up. Had a copy of Dragon Warrior 4. Yes, Dragon Warrior, not Dragon Quest. Had Dragon Warrior 4 NES. I had a complete copy of that. Bunch of stuff. Oh, wait. I need to talk to this guy.
You can carry even more magicite. You formed new magicite.
Nice. Alright, let's go get a bow.
I've taken care of those monsters, Leica.
Way to go, Mr. Adventurer. And I just finished replacing the bowstring. It's all yours.
Wow, this takes me back.
Is that how you got to be an adventurer, Elliot? By training a whole bunch with this bow?
That's right. Though, I didn't start until I was a bit older than you, Nick. Once you're big enough, this bow will be yours. And I'll even teach you how to use it.
What a guy. What a guy.
You mean it? You better promise. One day I'll be a big, strong adventurer just like you, Elliot. Once I've mastered this bow.
Well, as your elder, I hope you'll choose a safer profession than mine.
Excuse me? Who are you? You can't be the same Elliot that defied me to become an adventurer talking like that.
Short bow. Bows are perfect for striking enemies from afar. They require arrows, so keep an eye on how many. Yep. Fire a barrage of arrows, all for the price of one.
Now, be sure to take good care of this bow until the boy is old. Enough to use it.
There's a chest there. Have I just been missing
Doing
this?
favors
What's up?
for everyone is part of your daily routine, isn't it? Other people may need help. Let's look for them.
This must have been something I kept walking past. Oh, word. Okay, I can go in there. Okay.
Hey, not bad.
Okay. Well, derp. I missed that. Chest up there. Someone to talk to there. Okay. Okay. This Adventures of Elliot is the right game at the right time. For me. Elliot, if you hadn't saved my neck back there in those mist ruins, I don't know what would have become of me. Oliver took the rear to make sure we got away. He really was a mensch. Wide blade. Okay.
I regret not being able to save Oliver. Even now, it pains my heart to think about.
Show me what you've got, hmm?
Show me what you got.
Hey,
Adventuring
not bad.
has its attendant costs, doesn't it? We should be careful how we use this.
Clunk. Where was the... There was a flag. Is it someone in here? Is that maybe what it's talking about? Oh, right there. So I guess I gotta go down. Okay. I don't think it's down here. Rest in peace to Oliver. We knew him for 5 minutes. Here we go.
Elliot, do you have a moment?
Sure.
What is it, Eugene?
I've need of something for my research. Perhaps you could grab me a few?
Another errand, is it? You know I can't say no to you.
I'm grateful, as al- Oh, and I'll give you something in return, of course. Let's see. How about that over there?
Spear?
It's your old spear, isn't it?
Ah, okay.
Sorry I can't offer more than a hand-me-down.
I think I've
but
heard
it's
of
quite a
Threads
fine
of
spear,
Time.
as you know.
I'll be checking it out tomorrow.
It must have a lot of sentimental value to you. Are you sure?
Absolutely. I was never any good with the thing anyhow, and it seems a shame to just leave it on display. I think it'd be much happier being of use to someone.
Oh? Well, if you're sure.
Just keep up your end of the bargain.
Eugene asks Elliot to gather some supplies for him. In return, he's willing to offer his old spear. Acquire the materials requested by Eugene.
I'm really trying to picture Eugene using a spear. And I just can't do it.
That's why he's giving it to me. Okay.
Don't touch that cactus. They're dangerous. It's best to stay well clear of them.
Okay.
I'm rather curious about what could be in this cave. Eugene awaits with bated breath. Let us return to his laboratory.
Did I get everything I need?
Now, what might be in here?
Toll.
Hey,
Okay.
Adventuring
That-
has its attendant costs, doesn't it? We should be careful how we use this.
Gotcha. Oh, he's got bombs. Okay. Bombs are going to be coming soon, I guess. Bombs incoming. I don't think I need to be in here just yet.
Well, that's a sandy sort of place. Washing it out of your clothes later will take forever.
All right.
Eugene, I've got what you asked for.
Thank you. You made short work of that. Which means the spear is yours. Go on, take it.
All right, then I will.
Brings back memories, doesn't it?
Only bitter ones for me. Ever since I was little, I looked up to adventurers, so I plucked up the courage to take this spear in hand and try to be one. But out there adventuring with you, I realized I wasn't cut out for it at all.
But look at you now. Trusted scholar to the royal family. You've become so much more.
Stop, you'll make me blush. Besides, the only reason I've gained their trust is thanks to all your assistance. It's allowed me to focus on my studies. I kept the spear here so as not to forget my rambunctious youth.
You're still
But
a kid.
I'm sure you'll make better use of it than I ever did.
I'll do my best to live up to those words.
I'll
What
be
a
counting
guy.
on it.
The two of you trust each other implicitly, don't you? I envy such
Oops.
a bond.
Can I just say how much I love the map? The map is fantastic. Meanwhile, this asshole.
At last, here we are. Now then, the key.
Minister Kyfried, are you sure this is a good idea? We don't even have the king's permit.
I no longer need his permission. Now do as I say.
Oh, brazen, sir.
Yes, sir.
It moves.
What is this thing?
A magical portal to another age. The doorway of time.
To another age? Is such a thing even possible?
That is what I mean to find out. Now come.
But sir, shouldn't we wait until we know more?
Like
I
if
am
we can even come back?
surrounded by cowards.
What a POS,
I
man.
haven't time to wait. The king will soon seal these ruins. That spineless monarch fears power. But power is what allows us to take hold of the future. If those foolish royals will not do it, then I must. I must rewrite history. Yes, I will write it as it should have been.
Of course. Sincere soldier.
You've been working so hard, Elliot. Would you be interested in a little break? Please, won't you come up to my room where we can have a chat?
Well.
Thank you for inviting me here, Yuria.
Think nothing of it. This is my first time asking a friend to spend time with me. I'm just glad you came.
You've spent most of your life in the castle, yes?
That's because magic must be focused in the Chamber of Prayers to maintain the spell of safekeeping. I'm the only one capable of doing so.
Today and every day forth.
It is my duty, as one born with such strong magic in her veins. But when I do, this pendant gives me strength.
Pendant?
Try touching it. I see. Well, allow me to help you.
Princess?
Let me bestow unto you these words to guide you home to your family. Hope is always there. This amber pendant records everything that goes on around its owner. It's been handed down by the women in my family for generations. When I was young, it came to me after my mother passed. Do not let dark times harden your heart. You must never lose faith in the future. For hope is always there.
Those are the words you spoke to me.
They have been passed down too, with the pendant, from times of old. My mother spoke them to me when she gave me the pendant, right before she died. I promised her that I wouldn't let her down, that I would keep those words in my heart.
I see. Your memories of the Queen are what keep you going.
Indeed, as do the memories I've made with you now.
Oh, she's blushing.
I'm glad I can be of help, however little it may be. That pendant certainly is curious, though.
It is. Actually, it seems to be older than even the royal family. I've always wondered to whom it originally belonged and what kind of person they were. But maybe if I continue journeying with you, I'll find the answer someday. Oh, my apologies. I keep prattling on about myself.
Don't apologize. It's nice getting to know more about you.
I'm glad you think so.
Excuse me. I come bearing a message from King Hikard. He wishes you to summon Elliot immediately.
He's right here.
Elliot? He's right here. But is something wrong?
I was not told. You must ask the king himself.
Understood. I'll head there immediately.
I'll go with you.
Select memories in the menu to relive past episodes from your journey. Yeah, I was wondering what the memories thing was about.
What could be the matter? I have...
I just hadn't clicked on it yet.
a bad feeling about this.
I apologize for summoning you yet again, Elliot, but there is something I need you to do.
Has something happened?
Kaifried opened the doorway of time and crossed through it.
He what?
He attacked a soldier who tried to stop him before entering the doorway. According to the soldier, Kaifried insisted that he would rewrite history.
He's trying to alter history? But...
Is that even possible, Eugene?
Honestly, I have no idea. The doorway is a heretofore unknown relic. But theoretically, if someone interfered with a major historical event, there is a chance it could change our reality beyond recognition.
The town would no doubt fall into a panic if the people caught wind of this.
Precisely. This is why no one else can know about it.
I understand. You wish for me to stop Minister Kaifried.
Aye.
But it's too dangerous!
I appreciate your concern, Princess. But it takes more than danger for an adventurer to back down.
Look at you.
Moreover, I'm not about to let this world disappear, no matter what. I will see it done, Your Majesty.
Father, please. You must allow me to continue helping Elliot.
Me too! Please, Your Majesty.
I do not doubt it will be a difficult journey. If there is anything you two can do for him, please see it done. Godspeed.
I love this game so much. It's so well written.
Sire, I shall pass through the doorway of time
And
and
well
stop
well
Kaifried.
performed.
I swear it.
The game is fun. It's got a charm to it. It's so good.
I never expected Kaifried would do such a thing. We must hurry to the doorway ruins.
Oh, that's him. All right.
Oh, what a shame this is. How I treasured that hat.
Excuse me, is something wrong?
Oh, it's you, Elliot. How embarrassing you should see me this way. I've lost a very dear hat, you see, taken by the wind while I was walking along the coast. It was given to me by the princess herself.
She's like, I'm listening.
I should have been more careful. I don't mean to put you out, Elliot, but if you should happen to visit the coast, would you mind keeping an eye open?
Certainly. No bother at all.
I'm sure you're very busy with your adventure.
Not at all. Helping out those in need is all in a day's work.
Thank you so much. Oh, you've a kind heart just like the princess.
Like Huria?
Quite. Why, I'm reminded of one summer's day. I was tending to the flower bed. I had worked up quite the sweat when the princess called out to me.
So, it's you I have to thank for the beautiful flowers in my garden. You really are doing fine work, but please, take this. The sun is so horribly strong today.
With those kind words, she placed her hat upon my head.
My, it suits you well. I think it ought to be yours from now on.
But Your Highness...
It's the least I can do. Your work brings joy to each and every person who visits this garden, after all.
Thank you.
No kidding. That sure does sound like Huria. Don't worry. I'll find your cherished hat. I promise.
I have the utmost faith in you, Elliot.
It's just a great game, man.
I too remember that day. I didn't expect to meet a cat here.
I'll stick with the sword for right now.
Have you considered using your shield instead?
I have not. I have not considered using a shield.
Whatever can be inside
What
that?
could this be?
I'll admit, I'm curious.
Hey, not bad. Do you think this... Must be.
What a stroke of luck that we were able to find it. Let us return it to her at once.
What is this?
O warrior of steadfast will, who seeks new heights through strength and skill. The extent of that skill I would learn. Surmount the ordeals ahead, and a new radiance you...
Okay.
What was that voice? And what did it mean by new radiance?
What is this place?
A testing ground for...
It mentioned ordeals, too. Sounds like some challenge.
a new...
No better way to find out than to see for our...
Okay.
There seems to be no end to those arrows. A careless approach could be dangerous. You weathered that beautifully.
Darn it!
Oh.
Are you all right? Let me heal you.
Please, lend me a hand.
You should be okay now.
Now, what might be in here?
Shard of
Nice.
Life.
Could this be the new raid?
I can feel the power.
It's strange. But I can't help but think this place was put here to...
If we come across anywhere else like...
Sweet.
To think the world holds such mysteries. How fascinating.
Ha!
All right.
We must make sure to visit any similar places we find. What we receive there could be useful.
I do need to buy that mantle, but I don't have enough money.
Elliot! If you've returned, does that mean...
Yes,
Without a doubt! Oh, thank you.
Oh, but now that I look at it, it's pretty tattered, isn't it?
Yes, I see. But you need... I'm just happy to have it back regardless.
May I take a look?
Princess!
Can you heal my
Curia.
hat?
Worry not. I can fix this in a jiffy. Just here? There. Good as...
My, that would...
Oh, I've fixed my share of hats in my day.
I had no idea you were a seamstress.
Surprised? For simple jobs, I'm happy to mend my own clothes.
I shall cherish this hat always, Princess.
I'm glad. Do be careful out in the sun, and keep up your wonderful work with the flower.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I suppose I should get back to my official...
Keeping
if
the
you'll
shields
excuse
up.
me.
Gotta go make sure I keep the shields up in here.
Thank you, Princess. From the bottom... Princess Huria.
You really think the world of Huria, don't you?
Oh, I always have. It's the joy of a lifetime to work beside her. And now I have another memory of her to cherish. Elliot, thank you so
A cherished memory? I must say, I'm a little embarrassed. There is no treasure more precious to me than the people of this kingdom, nor those who serve. Here in the castle. Some people say the Brid worship Grand Tree. These tribes are very protective of their territories, so perhaps seeing the Brid nesting there gave them that impression.
Well, I think I'm going to save it there for the night. It's such a fun game. Such a massive demo. 2.5 hours, man. That's crazy. But I'm going to hop off here for the night. Probably come back on tomorrow night and stream for a little bit. Sunday night, chill, casual stream. So thanks everybody for being here and hanging out with me tonight at 2 in the morning as we shut it down. But have a great rest of your weekend. Have a good night. Be safe. Be good to each other. Keep rocking. And I will see you all tomorrow night. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow night. If something happens, I'll let you know on Discord if I can't make it on tomorrow night. But anyway, y'all know how we do it. Y'all take care. I'll catch you later.